Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. In this Hearthstone Mercenaries Task guide, I'm going to take a look at one of the most painful tasks in Hearthstone Mercenaries, and that is Kurtrus Ashfallen Task 17. My Fury Remains destroys 75 enemies using Aimless Assault. Aimless Assault is an ability with one cooldown, and it attacks a random target, so this one is pretty painful. There are various ways to do this. Some people are using like Scavenging Hyenas or Imps to facilitate the process, or maybe something like Baron Get on Living Bombs, but according to my testing, it's still best to do this with Cookie. So the team that I'm using for this one is Kurtrus with Demon Guard. It's important to have Kurtrus with at least 15 attack. And at this point you probably should have the skills to do that. If you don't, you could add in something like Cariel to the group and then kill Cariel and then summon the group that I'm using. Just so that you can buff Kurtrus' attack, but hopefully that's not necessary. Anyway, Kurtrus, then of course Cookie for the fishies, and Lady Anaconda to heal some of the fishies. Because Kurtrus' attacks are random, then that brings up some real problems with swordfishes, but those can be overcome. The important thing is to sequence Kurtrus and summoning the fishes so that Aimless Assault and summoning a fish don't happen on the same turn. Then you have time to react with Anaconda when you have swordfishes, and it will all sort itself out. And this is what it looks like in action. So first we need to get the setup going. I might shoot there a little bit. Just get the setup going for all the fishies and stuff. Okay, there's our Cookie. Now I'm going to summon the first fish. And I might actually just kill these in regular way. That should be okay. We can get this setup going. This, by the way, 75 kills. It's so many that you won't be able to get them all in a single fight, so you're going to actually need to do 2 fights here. Now I'm going to just skip this turn. And now I start to get into the rhythm. I summon a fish. Then next turn, okay, it's good that I got the swordfish immediately. So now I can show you. If I have a swordfish, then I will mend the other fish. And then go for the Aimless Assault. And there, hopefully we can win the 50-50 roll, but we didn't. Which of course sucks a little bit, but it's okay. We can summon another fish. And we can mend the non-swordfish here again. It's still completely fine. And then we do an Aimless Assault. Every other turn is an Aimless Assault. Every other turn is summoning a fish. And whenever we have swordfishes on the board, we make sure that there is one fish that will survive the swordfish death rattle. Obviously, if you have not maxed your Cookie, then maxed this Cookie's abilities, then that's even better. Because then that would mean that you will have... That would mean that the death rattle doesn't actually even kill the fishes. So it's even better. But even if you have the death rattle that will kill fishes if it hits them, that's totally fine. Because you have the ability to buff up some fish, not the swordfish, but some other fish, so that there's always a fish that will survive. And you just keep doing this, one turn after another. Aimless Assault, fish. Aimless Assault, fish. Always make sure that there's a fish that survives. Okay, sometimes it can get a little awkward, you like miss kills, like here, if you happen to hit into exactly that fish that survives. And then when you get 2 swordfishes, that's also a bit of a problem. But now I'm going to set up so that I will have 2 buffs on this fish. So even if I hit a swordfish, that fish will still survive. Double death rattles, okay, that fish lived. You don't get progress from those death rattles, so that's a bit of a bummer. But when you do it like this, so that you have this rhythm, then you will always have enough time to use Mend Beast at the right time. And let's see if we can win this 50-50 roll here now, for example. Okay, we couldn't. That's a bit of a bummer. But I don't let that bother me too much. Let's keep rolling. And now we rolled another swordfish. Okay. But this can survive 30, so that's fine. We can do an Aimless Assault. Well, that was a bummer. Like you can see, there are some issues with this. Sometimes. Now that can survive 30 again. So no worries, we can do Aimless Assault. Just getting the kills. And then we summon another fish. Actually, I probably won't summon a fish now. That I have 2 swordfishes on the board. That probably means that I just want the Aimless Assault. I want to clear these swordfishes out now. Yeah, that's better. And then I will summon another fish. In general, it's still usually fine to keep summoning fishes. Even though some of them will die to the swordfish instead of the Kurtrus effect. But there when I already had 2 swordfish, then it seemed to be better. Better not to get a 3rd swordfish out there. And overall, this is still the fastest way to progress. And as you can see, now that I started to not roll swordfishes, now we're going real fast. Because even if you do it with like hyena or imps or something, then there's all these animations from the opponent's turn, which don't happen with the fishes because you just get your own turn back instantly. And saving all that time in the animations, it's just really valuable. Or if you were to do like get on living bombs or something like that, then you'd have to load into new fights and that's just all sorts of stuff happening, which you can completely avoid with Cookie's fishes. And this time we won the roll, so nice. We got that one damaged a little bit, and now we can just keep doing what we do. No new swordfish, no need to heal. And you will run to the turn timer, so you will have to do 2 fights of this, but yeah, the real key things. Just keep alternating between Cookie turn and Kurtrus turn, and whenever there are those swordfishes, use Anaconda for healing, especially if you have maxed your Cookie's fish ability. And that's how it goes. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the content, please click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and check out my Twitch channel.